If you hear my teeth literally chattering, it's because the studio is approximately 0 degrees Celsius or Fahrenheit. I literally don't know the difference, but I'm cold. Hey, everybody, what's up? Welcome back to Unhinged with Chris Klemens. It is me, Chris Klemens. Now, today's episode I'm excited for because this is actually like something I've been wanting to ask strangers on the street. However, it is also 0 degrees Fahrenheit and Celsius outside. And I don't really want to film those videos. So I haven't asked any strangers this on the street, but I saw a TikTok from someone named Danot Dad, DANNOT DAD. And their TikTok basically said, I love asking people what's something they've done at a job that could have gotten them fired, but didn't. Mine was my friend came through the drive-thru at Starbucks and I hit their blunt from the drive window. And I just know that you guys have done some fucked up shit at work. I know it, mostly because I think some of our call-ins have been from people talking about fucked up shit they've done, but they were at work making the calls. So I feel like this is one that is going to be a really fun and also probably wildly unhinged episode. Now, before we get into the episode, I'd like to remind you to subscribe to Unhinged with Chris Klemens, wherever you get your podcast. I cannot stress enough. Subscribe to the Unhinged YouTube channel, youtube.com/@unhinged. I'm telling you, you'll understand why at a later date, not in this episode. Also, I will be recording an after show on patreon.com/Chris Klemens, where I will be dropping some info of what I'm hinting at. This is all so cryptic. It's like a wall of hieroglyphics, and I'm honestly over it. So with that being said, I'm going to open up the phone lines. You guys can call into 667-577-0807, and you can call in about the prompts in which I am posting. So today we are seeing what y'all got up to at work that almost got you fired, but it didn't. Oh my God, we are getting our very first call. Hello, and thank you for calling Unhinged with Chris Klemens. What did you do at work that should have gotten you fired?
Oh my goodness. Okay. So I used to be a general manager.
Okay,
for a little kids breakfast cafe.
Okay, and what does a general manager do? Like, what's your day-to-day role?
Basically, I was in charge of just making sure that like the restaurant was running properly.
Okay.
Ordering food, in charge of employees, scheduling, all that good stuff.
Okay, literally managing. Okay, totally. Okay, so you're the general manager.
Yes, so I'm the general manager. I was in charge of, I would say, like 25 employees, and basically would just let them kind of do their own thing. Biggest thing I did that I think definitely should have gotten me fired was, of course, everyone loves a little bit of gardening.
Yes.
So my employees would ask me if they could garden in the kitchen. And I was like, at first I was very hesitant. I was like, I don't know. I really don't know.
Wait. What? You work at like a children's toy store?
Like a breakfast cafe.
Like a breakfast cafe for kids?
Yeah.
And so what the fuck kind of managing did you do that made people feel comfortable to ask their manager if they could smoke in the kitchen?
So our owner was kind of insane and put us all in very bad, just put us all in a very bad state that a couple months in, even me as a general manager just did not give a fuck anymore.
Okay, got it. Okay.
It was one of those experiences, very toxic ownership, basically.
Okay, so all of you sort of trauma bonded with that, and that's how they felt comfortable asking you if they could light up in the kitchen. Okay, so what happened?
So basically, it started off with one person asking me, and I was like, sure, just go to the bathroom in the back and you could smoke. Just be competent enough to operate, right? And then, like a couple days later, 2 more people were like, oh, can I? And I was like, sure. Make it quick, be competent enough to still do your job. And it eventually turned into almost every day, my entire kitchen staff, waiters, all of us were just a little bit zooted. every single day. And our owner never found out. Guests never complained. We always made sure we smelled our best. So, and this went on for like 6 months, like 6 or 8 months.
And then how did it come to a screeching halt?
I ended up getting fired, not for this reason though, but I got fired because our owner said that my staff liked me too much.
You're like, well, yes, I let them hotbox the bathroom. You should try letting us do it once in a while.
And on top of that, I mean, I did do managing things when I really, really had to. But, you know, if it's a slow day, like, get the edge off.
You don't have to try and convince me. I'm sold.
So, yeah, I definitely think that should have gotten me fired, especially as a general manager. But, hey, got fired just for being too cool, I guess.
I got fired because I was actually too loved. So crazy. Wow. That's, I want you to be my boss, even though like I'm my own boss and I let myself do that anywhere. So, yeah, I guess never mind, but you're fun.
Thank you.
No one complained once about this. Marijuana smoke is the hardest thing to mask.
Not a single soul complained. And I think like, because my waitresses and stuff, I'd be like, okay, here, hit a pen. Like, please do that. Like, do not stink in the dining room.
You're like, if you're going to have sex, do it under my roof and not someone else's.
But in my kitchen, they were kind of just doing whatever. And in the kitchen, you're cooking so much, like, the smell was just, it was masked very well.
Okay.
Opening a back door also.
Wow. I would have loved to have some of the jobs that I had having now smoked marijuana because I feel like they would have been different experiences.
Honestly, I worked in food for 7 years. Only thing that got me through.
Ooh, okay. Wow. Well, someone who loves to fucking garden and loves to fucking cook. A garden party at your house must go crazy.
Oh, yeah, for sure.
Well,
you're invited anytime, of course.
Oh, thank you. Well, thank you for calling in and sharing this, you insane little GM.
Of course, of course. I am so glad I finally have gotten to talk to you. I call so many times.
Oh, my God.
This is just like unreal.
I'm glad that you finally got through, baby. Have a good rest of your day, and thanks again for calling.
Of course, you as well. Bye.
Bye. I can't imagine getting stoned at work. Like at that kind of a job, like a waiter job is like, I trip on a good day, let alone when, yeah, that would be crazy. Anyways, we're getting another call. Hello, and thank you for calling Unhinged with Chris Klemens. What did you do at work that almost got you fired?
Oh my God. So I don't work there anymore, so let me drop that T. I actually would hit my pen on my lunch break like every day.
Are you recording?
So, yeah, is that okay?
Oh, yeah, no, that's fine. I just heard a man and I was like, oh God, my government agent just made himself known. Okay, no, that's totally fine, doll.
It's the first time I've ever tried to do that. Sorry.
No worries. Just again, was a little scared. I was like, is there a third party on the phone? Okay, so you were hitting your pen?
Yeah, on my lunch break, and sometimes I would hit it a little too much and then come back after lunch and be like...
Cross-eyed?
Yeah, exactly.
What was your job?
I was a social media coordinator for a automotive marketing company.
Why the fuck would they care if you're stoned? As long as you're not like going live smoking a joint on your break. Like...
Right?
Was this like a remote position or was this like...
No.
You were in office?
In person.
Oh, damn.
Yeah.
Did any of your coworkers catch on?
Oh, yeah. Actually, a few of them, we all would just go out on lunch and just smoke together.
You're like, they didn't catch on as much as I invited them. And then we sort of formed a really cool club that's now a book club also.
I mean, we also did have a book club.
Stop. I was just pulling that out of my ass. There's no way that should also be factual.
Yeah, that's true.
What made you like leave that job?
I had a toxic boss and actually I ended up moving.
Oh, wow. The boss was so toxic that you hit the road.
Yeah, basically.
Wow, damn.
I was getting screamed at every day, and I was over it.
Well, no, I understand why you're running to the car to smoke. Jesus.
Also, I saw you in New York in August, and I'm the girl who lived above a funeral home. I don't know. You probably don't remember that.
I'm like, no, this vaguely is like ringing a bell of someone who lived above a funeral. Oh my God, wait, it's like coming back to me now by Celine Dion. You were in New York and you live above a funeral home. This is going to drive me crazy now because I know enough
yes.
of
and
what.
Actually, you've been to my funeral home. I talked to my family about it after your show.
Wait, what? Oh, in Morristown, you were at.
Yes.
Oh my God, you saw me in New York, like at my show.
Yes.
Oh my God, I thought you like saw me on the sidewalk and I was like, why is this not ringing a bell? Oh my God, I know exactly what you're talking about. Wow. Okay, clearly both of us have been hitting our pens a little too much. Also, when I said, oh, you're the one who lives above a funeral home, I was saying that because you just told me that. I didn't remember.
Yeah, I figured.
Oh, okay.
I also did just hit the bong, so I understand that I'm not making sense.
Okay, wow. I'm going to let you carry on with the rock star evening that you are having. Just know that I am very jealous and I am wishing you a wonderful eve.
Oh my God, you too. Thank you so much for answering.
Thank you for calling in. I'll have a good night.
You too.
Bye.
Bye.
I guess that I didn't think about a lot of these consisting of hitting the pen at work. I have a feeling that is going to be exclusively what this episode is. All right, we are getting another call. Hello, and thank you for calling Unhinged with Chris Klemens. What did you do at work that almost got you fired?
So circa like 2015, I got a job at a pizza shop in my hometown. It was like a nice little easy job, easy money under the table, you know.
Oh my God, it was tax-free. Love that.
Yeah, I know. IRS, don't come for me.
No, I don't. I would never give away your number, info, or anything. Don't you worry. Okay. Now, how old were you at this time?
Oh my gosh. I was not 21, and that'll play into the story.
Amazing. Okay, got it.
So it was a boring job on, most days. So the one day before work, I decided, you know what? I'm going to spice it up a little. So I went to Dunkin' Donuts when they used to have those frozen like lemonades. And I filled it with probably too much vodka and went to work and was hammered on the job and was just serving people pizza all night.
Wait. Where did you get a ton of vodka from?
Oh, I stole it from my parents' liquor cabinet.
Did you do the thing where you like poured it in a water bottle and then filled it back up with water?
Yeah. Well, actually, no, I didn't do that. I just kind of left it there and got caught later. But
totally. Okay.
And that's fine.
Yeah, that's fine. So here you are having like essentially a glorified Mike's Hard Lemonade.
Basically. And then, yeah, I'm on the job, and mind you, it's like the middle of the summer, and it's freaking hot.
You can cuss. I don't know what library you think we're in, but we're not. It's Unhinged with Chris Klemens. You can say fuck.
I know. I don't know why I'm censoring myself. I was the person who threw up behind the bed. Remember that story from a few weeks ago?
Yes, I remember that story from a few weeks ago. Jesus Christ. No wonder you threw up behind the bed because you just gotten off your fucking shift at Pizza Hut and you were like fucking just drank like 83 ounces of vodka lemonade.
I will have you know now that I don't drink as much and I am more of a flower lover, if you catch my drift.
You're a lesbian? Just kidding.
Oh my God.
Oh my God.
Honestly, some days I wish because these men out here are
we can't even
terrible.
No. This is a book we're not touching today. I can't go into the category of men today.
No, we will not go there. But yeah, I got hammered. I was serving pizza all night and eventually I puked. But that's okay. I didn't do it behind anything. I did it in a toilet at least.
At work?
Oh, yeah.
Did your boss have no idea?
No idea.
Love that.
I know. I know that wasn't much of an exciting story.
No, I think this whole episode is just going to be people abusing alcohol and drugs at work.
Well, I mean, why not, right?
Well, for like a multitude of reasons that are listed in probably your employee handbook and also listed out by HR. But something tells me that like the Pizza Star didn't have an HR.
Oh, no. It was run by a small little family from Europe. And yeah, they had no idea.
Oh my God, they were probably drunk on the job too.
Honestly, probably. Well, the cooks in the back used to smoke weed and also bring beers, like a case of beer, and like drink while they were cooking. The food was phenomenal.
Dude.
I think because they were all like either stoned or hammered.
Okay, the last time I worked in a kitchen, I didn't really drink and I definitely didn't smoke. And like, wait, is that maybe my dream job, is being like a cook at a restaurant and just being fucked up the whole time? I feel like every single chef is fucked up in some capacity.
And that's what I'm saying. And also, I just watched your mac and cheese YouTube video.
And I was kind of fucked up in that.
Yes. See?
I mean, I wasn't. It was just like I was fucked up on the basis of like I literally got like no sleep. But like nonetheless fucked up cooking.
Just hit the Benjamin, make some mac and cheese, and I guarantee it'll come out like phenomenal.
Well, I didn't hit the Benjamin and it came out phenomenal. So like luckily that happened, but
it looked phenomenal.
I'm going to have to try that. Wow.
Honestly, you should.
Wow. Thank you for calling in and
this
sharing.
Might be a career path for you. You're welcome. I hope you have a good rest of your night.
Yeah, thank you. You too.
Bye.
Bye. Oh my God. I'm obsessed. That girl is a rock star who just called. Ugh, the throwing up behind the bed. How could I actually forget that one? I'm actually surprised I remember it. Everyone in this episode's really testing my memory. And my fucking patience. Just kidding. All right, we are getting another call. Hello, and thank you for calling Unhinged with Chris Klemens. What did you do at work that almost got you fired?
Oh my gosh. So this is 2 years ago. I was at this job. I was a server at a Korean BBQ restaurant, which we will not name.
Of course we wouldn't. Where is this? In New York? In LA? Like
I'm in Hawaii.
Okay, well, no need to brag. So you're working at this as a server.
Right. So this one shift, it was a lunch shift, and they were always horribly understaffed for the lunch shift. We had a party of 50 people come in, and I had to do it solo.
Wait, what was this party of 50 celebrating, or I guess mourning maybe?
I was definitely mourning that day. No, but yeah, I don't know. I don't remember what, but...
Okay.
So a couple of things to note for context. This restaurant doesn't have like a system where huge parties like that have to like pay a service charge.
Yeah, no, I was about to say, like, is that not just renting out the restaurant?
They took up like 12, 13 tables, which will come into play a little bit later.
Okay.
But yeah, so they were my only table for that shift, and it was an absolute fucking shit show. I'm pretty, like, they were like impatient, which is kind of ridiculous because, one person to take care of 50 people, regardless of what kind of restaurant you're in, is like outrageous.
No, I mean, like, the kitchen staff having to take care of 50 people, like, that in itself is insane.
Yeah, well, so it's Korean barbecue, right? So they're cooking all the food at their table.
Oh my God, so true.
But still the work of having to, like, take care of them.
Oh my God, prepare all of that. Get all of that, make sure everybody's happy, has their drinks. Somebody probably fucking dropped something on the floor and needed a new one. Yeah, I get it.
Yeah.
So what happened?
So basically, as mentioned before, there's no service charge. This restaurant doesn't provide a service charge. When it came time to drop the check, they cashed out and they told me they didn't want to leave a tip. And I was like...
That's when you locked the front doors, grabbed a baseball bat, and said, nobody's fucking leaving until I've got a card number, bitch.
Right. Their check was, if I remember correctly, was like around $1,500. And they were my only table for that shift. And after they cleared out, I left the building. I was like, you guys can, because like we're supposed to clean up after our sections to get it ready for dinner service. And I was like, fuck that. I did not get paid for today.
Oh my God. So I'm afraid to ask, what did you do as a follow-up to this that almost got you fired?
Well, the act of me walking out was, I guess, is like what should have gotten me fired.
Oh.
Because everyone else like had to clean up after me. I didn't get fired for that. I actually quit this job for a completely different reason.
Well, what was the reason you quit?
Well,
that wasn't the reason you quit?
No. So the reason why I quit was the day before my last day. I went in the morning to open, and the opening manager was like drunk as fuck from the night before.
Okay, me.
And she's like, yeah. And nothing was done. So she's just passed out on a booth somewhere, and I have to open the restaurant myself. I'm like feeding myself, serving the tables, making my own drinks at the bar.
I'm still here. I'm sorry. I'm laughing at the visual of this bitch passed out on a booth.
And I was like, you gotta be fucking kidding me.
That's kind of fucking iconic. I'm so sorry. Oh my God, that's so funny.
And then when the mid-shift manager came in later that day, he was yelling at me because it's like, why is this done wrong? Why are you doing this instead of this? Why are you? And I'm like, talk to your manager that's like passed out over there, not even coherent.
Yeah. What the fuck? And so then you were like, I quit?
Yeah, the very next day, I gave him a notice. I was like, this is my last shift. And I'm like, bye.
Oh my God, work. Wow, you are a much better person than I, because I would have flipped all 12 or 13 of those fucking tables.
Yeah.
After that first party you talked about. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
Also, if you're going to roll fucking 50 deep to a restaurant, you better be coming in with a 51st person, which is patience. That's insane. I would have assumed that you would have done something crazier than walk out. That almost got you fired for that. I mean, I'm like ready to make January 6th look like fucking Child's Play. For you. I mean, like, that
actually wasn't the first time I walked out.
The way I could ask you about every single day at this job is alarming. I'm like, well, what happened the day before that? Wow, that's crazy. Good for you for being a really solid person and maintaining your patience. You, like I said, are better than I.
Yeah, that was such like a toxic job for me because like the money was so good. When people tipped, at least, like.
Well, yeah, the whole tipping thing makes me so mad. Like, don't go out to eat or order food if you're not budgeting in the tip.
Yeah.
Like, it gets me so annoyed. But thank you so much for calling in. I appreciate it. I'm so sorry that happened to you.
Oh, I moved on. I'm at a much better job now where like the managers actually care.
And is awake, not lying down in a booth.
Yeah, not.
What an upgrade. The bar is just so fucking low.
Yeah, under the floor. It's under the floor.
It's in hell, just like we are.
Thank you so much. I just want to say, I think I called in to like the podcast like over the summer, and I want to thank you now because your restaurant recommendations in LA, Laurel Hardware, godsend. I love that place.
Oh my God, hell yeah. Wait, that's so funny. I don't remember that at all, but I fucking love that you called in and actually, like, one of my recommendations was good. I always like, you know, when you like recommend something to someone and you're like, wait, I can't hype it up too much because if it's even like remotely bad, then I look fucking dumb. Well, dumber than I already do. But like, oh my God, I'm so glad that you liked it.
It was so good. And then we also went to, I think, Pink Taco and Soli Luna. And like all three were mwah.
Oh my God, you went to Soli Luna?
Yes, I did.
That place, let me tell you, oh my God, I'll start tearing up if I think about it.
La Pergoletta too.
La Pergoletta. Oh,
so good.
Oh my God, that place, I actually ate gluten that day and that was worth every fucking bite.
That would be worth it. Like if I could not eat gluten, I would sacrifice my gluten allergy to eat there.
Oh my God, you just gassed me up in a way that was so specific. Wow, thank you. Thanks for calling.
Thank you. I had such a great time. Thank you for having me.
Oh my God, thank you for calling. Have a great rest of your day.
You as well. Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh my God, he was such a cutie patootie. I wish this was like video chatting. I always like make up what you guys look like in my head. I don't know, is that random? But like only hearing your all's voices, I'm like, Like when that person was like, oh, I threw up behind the bed, I immediately got the image I made up of them in my head. Okay, yeah, I sound like I am in the beginning stages of schizophrenia. So we're just gonna keep the ball rolling on this one. Now, before we carry on with the rest of the episode, today this show is sponsored by BetterHelp. With the holidays just upon us, there's a lot of stress going on. There's a lot of family gatherings, but there's also times where you're finding comfort and you're drinking your little hot chocolate and watching your little movie. But another great way to comfort yourself, especially with everything that comes along with this season, is therapy. It's a great way to bring yourself some comfort that never really goes away, even when the season is over. I talk about it a lot. Therapy is something that has changed my life. I have just recently found a new therapist on the East Coast, and being back and just working that mental muscle of going to therapy and talking about your life and hearing somebody who has no stake in the game of your personal life, kind of holding a mirror up to your perspective, is so wildly important and helpful. Right now, especially, I'm going through a very tough time mentally and emotionally, and I really can't imagine how much harder it would be without therapy. I was someone who was always so scared of going to therapy and thought that it meant something was wrong with you. But if anything, looking back, I'm now so mad I didn't start earlier, because I have learned so many positive coping skills, and just I feel empowered to set boundaries that I feel are needed in my life. It's been such a positive thing that I think everybody should be doing. So if you are thinking of starting therapy, you can give BetterHelp a try. It's entirely online, designed to be convenient, flexible, and suited to your schedule. All you have to do is fill out a brief questionnaire to get matched with a licensed therapist, and you can switch therapists at any time for no additional charge. And I think that's major, because you might not have a great fit with your first therapist, your second therapist, or your third even, but once you find one that is a fit that you feel comfortable with and you feel like you are getting tools out of, that's when like the magic happens. So find comfort this December with BetterHelp. Visit betterhelp.com/unhinged today to get 10% off your first month. That is BetterHelp, HELP.com/unhinged. Let's get back to the episode. All right, just like clockwork, we're getting another call. Hello, and thank you for calling Unhinged with Chris Klemens. What did you do at work that almost got you fired?
I'll make it quick. I won't be long, but I used to work at a gas station. Well, technically, I still do. I only go back like once a month so that I can... That's not my main job. It's not my main job.
No, I know. It just made me laugh that like you forgot you worked at a gas station.
Because I literally go like once a month. I go to the gas station all the time, too. It's Wawa. Have you heard of Wawa?
Girl, have I ever heard of Wawa? Be fucking for real. Yeah, I've heard of Wawa. How do you only have a one shift a month gig there?
Well, see, I've worked there since I'd say my sophomore year of college. And I'm like 25 now. So in my job, my career that I went to school for doesn't pay me enough over the summer. So I have to like work there once a month to stay on the schedule so that I can work in the summer.
Okay, got it. Oh, okay. I'm getting it now. I was like, how are you just floating with one shift a month? Got it. Okay.
Honestly, I don't know, because the manager literally tells all the other people that they can't do that.
Oh, so you're not only God's favorite, but you're also your manager's.
Yes, but it was not always like that, so let me tell you why.
Oh, boy. I can tell that you're a little firecracker.
I used to be. I'm on meds now, so I'm not like that
anymore. No, you're just like a firecracker in control now.
Okay, exactly. Like, just don't blow the fuse, though, because I can still go back to my old ways, but I like to chill now because I feel like I'm an adult. Like, I'm no longer 19. I can't act that way anymore. So.
Okay, the way that I'm obsessed with you, let me just say, Like, I feel like I am meeting the female version of me.
Girl, I literally have been, every time you post a video and do a podcast, I'm like, oh my God, I have to call. And I'm like, I just need to hear myself on there because I feel like we need to talk.
So let's talk, doll. What did you do that almost got you fired?
So when I first worked at Wawa, the Wawa that I worked at, it was like all managed by women, right?
Okay.
And it was great. It was so much fun. And then all of a sudden, the general manager like moves up and we get a new manager. And he's a man. Tragic, but he's better now. But
okay.
But at first, I really did not like him. Like, I would do anything to get on his fucking nerves because he was getting on mine.
A tit for a tat. I get it. A wah for a wah.
Yes, a tit for tat, for real. So, like, when I worked at Wawa, why am I saying that? I still work there. Okay.
Not you forgetting a second time that you work there.
Because I'm telling you, like, it's really, like, crazy. I'll literally go for 6 hours a month. But anyways, so I don't work the register because I just can't. I get, like, so much anxiety when people try to tell me what cigarettes they want. And I, like, literally don't know. So, like, I'll be turning around, holding up the line for, like, 5 minutes looking for the cigarettes that they want. So I literally, like, said, I don't want to be in the register. Please don't put me up there. I'll do the deli. I'll even fucking clean the bathrooms. I will not go up to the front register, right?
Mm-hmm.
So it's like my second shift with the new manager, and guess where he puts me?
At the register with the little cigarettes.
At the register! I was pissed. And at this time, there was still like 2 or 3 other managers that still worked there. And I was like kind of cool with the one manager. She was a girl. She's a little bit younger. Not younger than me, but she's just like younger, like in her 20s. And she just, I kind of feel, has a smart mouth too. And when she told me, like when I walked in and I'm like, oh, I'm not going on the register. Like, can somebody switch with me? She said, no, you're going on the register. I said, who is this little girl talking to? Like, absolutely not. So I told her, I'm like, no, I'm not going on the register. Somebody else has to go on the register. And then she literally, like, I wouldn't even say, she didn't put her hands on me because that's just not how it's going to work. But, like, she, like, said, go up there or you're going to get fired. And this was in front of, like, customers. Like, we were not in the back. We was standing right by that deli where I was supposed to be at, okay?
Okay.
So she's like, go up there or you're going to get fired, like I'm going to write you up. I said out loud, I don't give a fuck what you do. I am not going to the fucking register. I was pissed.
Well, you don't sound happy, that's for sure.
And I was just like, first of all, I'm a chatty person. I don't really want to have conversations with the customers. I'd rather talk to the people that I'm working with. I'm not standing up there for 8 hours trying to find cigarettes for these customers this whole time. I just can't do it. So I cussed her. I didn't cuss her out. I just said that out loud. And, you're not supposed to cuss outside.
I love that you just said that you told her you don't give a fuck what you did. And then you just said you didn't cuss her out. And then you're like, I did cuss.
I mean, I did cuss. I said 2 cuss words. But I feel like cussing out is like saying more than 2. Like maybe.
Is saying 3.
Yeah. Oh, I said 3?
No, what I'm saying is you're like, I only said 2 cuss words, but cussing out is like 3 at least.
Yeah. We have to put a number on it. So the general manager was there, the new one, and he walked out and he was like, oh my God, no, you did not just say that. They had to pull me in, wrote me up, and then I was like I had already been late several times too. So then that was right up to termination almost. But he was like, you're really good at your job in the deli, so I'm going to give you another chance. And I was like, well, geez, thanks, because I don't have another fucking job. So, but now they know never to ever put me on the register again. And I feel like I won at the end of the day.
There is, I mean, like I was about to say, you should have been fired, but that's the whole point of why you're calling in is that you didn't.
Right.
Oh my God. You scare me.
No, I'm telling you, I used to scare myself too. I couldn't believe I acted that way.
You're like, and then I went on Dr. Phil with my mom and I cashed someone outside and now I'm better.
Yeah, no, literally. Like, sometimes I look back at, like, how I was in college, and I'm like, wow, you were not mentally stable. So do you know that one TikTok? It was like, oh, man, you can't blame me for that because I'm, like, mentally ill. And that's just something you can't fix. So you remember that? I don't think I'm saying it right, but that's how I felt at the time.
That's how I feel right now, honestly.
Okay.
You are funny. You are funny.
Thank you so much. That means so much coming from you. Oh my God, I'm about to cry.
Okay, well, don't cry on the air. Okay, we've got a show to do.
No, absolutely not. No, I'll save it. I have a fear of embarrassment, so I'll save it until after I press hang up.
Okay, perfect. Thank you so much for calling in. Holy shit, I laughed so much.
Oh, yes. No, thank you so much for answering. I love you so much. Even though you said that Unhinged is going to go away, I know that you're doing bigger and better things, so I cannot wait to see what you do. And I'll be here supporting you from my end.
Okay. You're like, I forget what state I live in, also what job I have. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Have a good rest of your day.
You too. Bye.
Bye. Okay, that was a queen. That's a queen. I'm dead. I don't care what the fuck you do. I'm not working at the register. Honestly, if I had said that at my job, I would want that on my tombstone. Point blank, period. All right, we are going to take one more call and wrap this episode up. And just like that, we're getting it. Hello, and thank you for calling Unhinged with Chris Klemens. What did you do at work that almost got you fired?
Okay, so this one is one where, like, I know from our leftist-ass perspectives, it'd be like, she shouldn't get fired from this. But from the conservative people who worked with me, they were like, let's get this N-word fired. For context, I am a black woman, so I was going to say it full-fledged, but I didn't want to freak you out. It's me saying the N-word just, like, whatever.
No.
I did not know my race.
Oh my God, so much just happened and we're not even at the first minute of this phone call. Okay, I thought you said they wanted this inward, like I'm looking inward. And I was like, what? I didn't even realize what you were saying. Okay, got it. So what happened?
Yeah, no, not introspective. We're talking about slurs here.
No,
Yeah.
I caught on very quickly.
Yeah.
Anyways, now that we've had a booming start to this phone call, let's hit it.
Yeah, so sorry. My Adderall's still coursing through my veins, so bear with me here, you know?
I'm so jealous.
Okay, so I no longer work for this company, and I won't say the exact name of this brand, but it was retail, and it rhymes with La La Lime, so do with that what you will.
La La La. It doesn't rhyme with that, but it's like a play on words, I'm assuming.
Yeah, words are hard. Okay, so this was a couple years ago, and for like demographic purposes, I am a black, queer, neurodivergent woman. At the time, I didn't know I was neurodivergent. Well, I knew for fucking sure I had ADHD, but it wasn't until like last year I realized that like homegirl's also on the autism spectrum as well, which gives a little bit of context to this in terms of like me not understanding like, ooh, we shouldn't just be like saying this in the workplace, even though like you're right, but like maybe like discernment, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So my brand while working at the leggings brand was that I was just very outspoken and unapologetically black, like unapologetically like just talking my shit and all that kind of stuff about like intersectionality and all that. And so one of the first instances that gives a little bit of backstory to the major story I'm going to tell is that we had an evangelical, like blonde-haired, blue-eyed white girl as our main manager.
Oh, boy. We have just been introduced to our very first villain of the story, I can already tell.
Right, which is ironic because she's not even like a central role in this. I just want to give this backstory of this real quick so it kind of supplements. But so we'll call her Karen for ease. So she has like her little henchman that we'll call her Sarah. She would always like gossip with all of us because we were a really gossipy bunch. Like working at La La Lime is basically like being in high school again, even though I started when I was 20 and ended when I was 22 over there. And so she would try to get all the tea from everyone and seem so friendly, and then she would immediately go report it to Karen and all that kind of stuff. And so one day I got called into the office, and the one thing about Karen is that she's anti-confrontational and she kind of likes to beat around the bush because I don't know if it's like from racism, being like, I'm scared this aggressive black woman's going to be an aggressive black woman or whatever the fuck. But she basically was like, hey, like, we've heard that I got overheard that you had talked about, said some bad things about evangelical Christians when I've never even uttered the words evangelical Christians. I was just talking shit about Karen, like, outright. No, literally, I was like, Karen be like this and da-da-da-da-da. And I might have, honestly, it's been 2 years, but maybe like I might have like mentioned religion because also further intersectional context, I am an atheist, but I'm not the kind of atheist where it's like, if you believe in a God, then you're fucking stupid.
Yeah, you're just atheist like under your roof. You don't care what other people do.
Yeah, and it's almost as if that's how the norm should be across.
No, you took the words out of my mouth for sure.
Right. But we're leftists and some of these bitches aren't. So, and so basically that was her roundabout way of saying, I know you're talking shit about me. And of course, deny. And that's exactly what I did. Because I was like, I don't care about what religion you practice. And that is true. But I didn't mean it, obviously, in the context she meant. Because I am a little bit of a hater when it comes to evangelicals. But that's just because I know I don't have to explain that shit to you. Let's be so fucking for real.
Yeah. No.
Flash forward to June of, 2022? Yeah. I was about to start my big-time job in social work, but I was going to work at the leggings place on the weekends and everything. And this is the first year, because they do holiday pay, thankfully, like time and a half.
Yeah.
And they thankfully, finally, took them long enough, made it to where Juneteenth, you would get holiday pay. And so, like, woot woot, I guess. And so, and like, I was warning all the like liberal coworkers. I was like, I prepare to be sick of me on Juneteenth. Like, I'm just gonna make it like the most blackety black shift y'all had ever seen. Like, prepare to be fucking sick of me. And that I did. Whenever Juneteenth rolled around, I literally was like, I made it very clear and said it multiple times throughout my shift. I was like, only black people should be getting holiday pay on Juneteenth. And then, like, there was, like, a cookie cake that someone brought that said, like, Happy Juneteenth, and I wanted to take a picture of it, and I go, all the black employees in the picture, everyone else out, like, that kind of stuff. And then one of my managers that's below Karen, like, he was joking around, and this is in the break room, I think. Like, keep in mind, all this was basically said within the break room. I'm not, like, like, helping someone with leggings, and it's like, oh, by the way, like, I'm black, you're not. Happy Juneteenth, wish me happy Juneteenth, some shit. Like, no. Like, this is all, like, within the confines of, like, the break room and shit like that.
Okay.
Or, like, under our breaths and all that kind of stuff. So I'm saying stuff like that. And then one of my managers that's below Karen was like, this day basically is, like, fuck white people. And I, like, obviously so fucking jokingly, I'm like, yeah, basically it's like, fuck white people, whatever. And then, like, I can't remember other stuff I said. I just know that, like, I just basically was just like, I'm black, I'm in your face, just like I am in every other shift. But like now it's like, if you say something to me, I will pull the, is it because I'm black or just for shits and giggles, And so flash forward, and this is the day before I started my big time job. So like my schedule purposely got heavily reduced at La La Lime. So it was kind of out of sight, out of mind, except for Sundays because I only worked on Sundays. And then it wasn't until like August where I get a message from HR, like an HR representative. And for further context, thankfully she's a black woman, so I wasn't as nervous, but like she wanted to talk to me. And so she brought up that previous conversation with Karen about the evangelical Christian thing and about like I have a history. That's like the main like little like bad mark on my little report, on my little HR profile. And then she brought up that like there was someone who expressed discomfort about me saying everything that I said on Juneteenth, which again, I don't think what I said was an exhaustive list. I just know that I was being unhinged with Chris Klemens, but like justifiably so because it was Juneteenth.
And also like you were not doing it like in front of customers. So I feel like at that point, it's like, isn't that the point of coworkers is to like have people to joke around with and shit? Like,
yeah, especially since which is why I keep reiterating that like this is still Maya's personality, like, and it has been for at that point, like 1.5 years. Like, don't act like y'all are new to this, y'all are true to this, y'all know exactly who the fuck I am. Be so for real. So this girl, this HR representative, she just basically went over like what I had said and what people had, I guess a person had reported. What I said on Juneteenth, I was like, I didn't say well, fuck white people, because I was like, what is the context is she talking about? And it wasn't technically a lie in the sense of like, when I said it, it wasn't like, oh, I genuinely mean the sentiment, but I denied that. And then everything else, I was like, no, yeah, I did say those things. I do believe that only black people should get holiday pay on Juneteenth. And yes, I did ask all the black people to center in the photo. And like, okay.
You're like, well, yes. So what now?
I wouldn't have gotten fired, but it's just something where like, the fact that like there were so many high stakes for this, I mean, it was mainly because Karen's store was known for like having all these discrimination issues. So basically someone tried to pull a reverse racism card on me, and they failed miserably because I left.
That's insane, but also it feels sort of fitting for that store, if that makes sense. Yeah, La La Lime feels like that would be happening in their La La Land. I'm so sorry that happened to you, though.
Oh, no, you're good, because I worked there for 2 years, which means I'm good on athleisure for the rest of my life. So I got my little bag and went.
Ah! You're like, no. They paid for it in the end. I stole a lot of clothes from them. Thank you.
No. I am too scared to do that shit. But...
Oh, my God. I mean, if they were pulling that kind of shit on me, oh, my God, they would see so many leggings go missing.
No, right. But the thing is, I'm also 4'10", so they would know exactly who it was because I always bought the cropped leggings. So, like, they would immediately be like, oh, this bitch.
Thank you so much for calling in.
Not a problem. Thank you for listening to my gab.
Oh, my God. I loved it. Have a great rest of your day.
You too. Bye-bye.
Bye. Oh, my God. Like, there, I feel like, are so many stories like this. That is, like, why I love asking, like, these work-related questions. Like, I mean, obviously, beyond being a nosy bitch. But just, like, oh, my God. I feel like every person's experience is so unique, yet so similar to an experience that so many other people probably also have. Anyways, I don't know why I just got like really deep and sounded like I'm writing like a college thesis. I'm not. In fact, I'm about to wrap this episode up and head on over to patreon.com/Chris Klemens for the after show. But thank you to everybody who called in today. Be sure to subscribe to Unhinged with Chris Klemens wherever you get your podcasts, and subscribe to the YouTube channel, youtube.com/@unhinged. Be sure to rate and review this podcast as it helps us out tremendously. And I will see you guys on the after show. Goodbye.